Hey everyone, it's Patrick again here at Tale of Two Gardens. We are on another daily garden challenge here in the winter season, and I had a couple things that I needed to do in the community garden, and so I found over the last couple times that I needed some help, and I couldn't do it by myself. So I graciously asked my wife to help me out. So the next couple ones that we'll have for the community garden, my wife will be joining us. So let's go ahead and get into it for today. So, today we'll be going into extending out the paths again, of course. Of course, since the last time we did it, it rained good half inch of rain. So everywhere we walk is pretty squishy. What we decided to do is just decide to do this this one section that we needed to clear out with the new path so that we could put gates down. Which will be our next day's video. So, of course, when it's nice and wet like this, is perfect because the cardboard begins to soak up some of the water. We're going to have a little bit more rain coming here in a couple more days, so it'll get nice and soggy and smush down everything, which really helps knock down the grass that's underneath it. So, we'll be then covering it with weed paper, but learned something today is that every weed paper I've gotten have all been different. The half this path finished out one spool of the paper that I had, and then I had a second pair, but the paper I had on the second pair folded in. So you could make it really, really wide, or you could double it up, and it has a flap on the middle of it. So made it a little bit weird to deal with, but I have enough to be able to finish out the rest of this, and we'll be finishing that out this week. So at least hopefully I can before the rain comes, because the rains are not exactly the funnest thing in the world. So I decided I would have my wife help me out, because going back and forth holding the cardboard while also fixing the paper was not exactly the funnest thing in the world. So instead, what I did was she was on cardboard duty while I was on the ground working the paper. And that seemed to work a little bit, but of course, I got the line messed up, and I tell you, if it could go wrong, it did. The only thing I was very happy about, very fortunate about, was that there was zero wind, which was super helpful, because if it was windy, I would have been in a little bit of trouble. I would have lost probably some of the paper, I would have lost some of the cardboard, and everything would have just been ridiculous. So, fortunately, that was a good 30 feet. It's a good 30-foot line or so that I had to add in there, and then we have another 40-foot and a couple patches, a couple little squares I had to finish up. So, other than that, it is almost done. We got this one little patch left. Finally got it lined up. My wife and I are just trying to figure this out. Some days are just a little odd like that. So that's today's garden challenge that we got into, and I hope you enjoy. I hope you stay dry on these rainy days. If not, I always hope that you have a good day, and as always, happy gardening.